Mm. Today, I dreamed of not waking up this early, but we have to, because I have to talk about this before Minecraft Live. We have to talk about the Snapshot before Minecraft Live, and what I'm doing right now is actually just changing up the server here so that I can stream on the server. So, I've closed the server. We're gonna change the jar file right here and right here and there, you know. Confirm custom jar. Get rid of the custom jar. Let's go. Let's see what we got. Sir, okay. Basically, if you're not seeing anything, that's the way it is. I haven't opened it up yet, so that the audio doesn't cut. There we go. We got the server.jar in here. We'll get the custom. I hate Cubitos for this. The thing that's so dumb is that when you put in one letter, it goes straight to the end of the string when you're editing it. So when you put in custom, it goes to cjar.ustom, which is so dumb. I wish they could stop doing that. But yeah, we rename it to custom. There we go. And I'll rename the world again. We could update the world, but it's not the way that I want to do it. Snapshot, because there's been a lot of changes, by the way. We probably won't see the same layout in this seed, which we always use is lagging. By the way, I'm not reading chat because I do not have it open on the other side right now, but I will be reading it soon. Default lagging, yes, create the world, and there we go. I'm going to start it up, and I'm going to move 2 tabs over so that I can see chat, and we can have a good little chat about it, you know. Where did I put that thing? Okay. Where the heck is that thing? Gosh, I really kind of hate Opera for not being as smooth as Edge. Even though you get more control over it, just not being able to switch tabs with just one dragon swipe is kind of not cool. But I'm gonna load up the game now, and hopefully we'll be able to start playing. Hey Canada. Hey Tabby Earth Gaming. Hello there, Eduardo. Welcome. How are you doing today? Okay. We're starting it up. Oh yeah. Here we go. We're in it. Okay. Get to the big screen here. There we go. Here's the new thing. Here's one of the new things, right? Actually, let me hear myself. Here's the new thing. Here's one of. Actually, let me hear myself. Okay. It sounds like I'm in like a very echoey room, and I am. Which is horrible. I kind of don't want to sound like that, but it always sounds like this without me putting in anything to prevent it, right? I'm not gonna put like blankets or pads all over my walls because this is an apartment. Even though we are gonna be renting it for a couple year or more, it still kind of sucks. But yeah, we should be here. Actually, it's taking a while for spawn to load on Cubehost. Interesting. Let me see the console. It's taking quite a while, actually. I don't know if we can log in straight away. Right? Let me open Discord. Yeah. Discord open. Open you little Discord. Will you stay for the whole stream? I'm reading something on Discord. I'm not sure what that means. I think for Minecraft, I think they mean by Minecraft Live. Will I be there for the whole stream? I'm planning to start at 10, and Minecraft Live starts at 10:20. which means that I'm here to basically be at the start of Minecraft Live until the end of it, I hope. There is some things I have to do in real life that might stop me from, well, it would be a break in the stream or something like that, right? I'd announce that. But, yeah, we're getting into it. Let's see. So, this is the first change, right? The main menu backdrop is now Caves and Cliffs Part 2 scene. So, what you're seeing is the caves. I mean, not the caves, the cliffs. The cliffs that they've added. And you can tell this right away because it looks so much different, right? It looks so much more wavy, more backgrounding. Okay, actually, let's go full screen. Okay. Look at all of the hills, the mountains, and stuff. I think this might be on 24 chunk render distance. I'm not sure if it's 32. But yeah, you can see the peaks up here. You can see the clouds over here. A little cave there, a little overhang. And I don't know. For some reason, I feel like Minecraft should use like 4K. It should use like a 4K panorama, but I think it looks so blurry. I think it looks very blurry in whatever resolution they chose, 1080p or something. Because if they use like 4K, right, they can downscale it to fit to everyone's needs, right? Like they can downscale it to 1080p, 1080p panorama, right? 720p panorama, whatever people are playing at, right? 480p, but I feel like this isn't like a 4K downscale. Like it could also be like you can also do it at 8K, right? And have like different panoramas for that. But I just feel like they took like a 1080p and kept it at 1080p, right? Oh yeah, you can see a village in the back there. You can see a grove right there. You can see frozen peaks here, right? Which is a new name for snow-capped peaks, by the way. We got, it wasn't lofty peaks, it's jagged peaks now? I'm not sure. Or were the stone peaks jagged peaks? I'm not sure anymore. I forget their names. But, yeah. Vote for Cooper Golem. Hashtag Cooper Golem. What are you gonna vote for? I already got my heart set for a lame. I know a lot of people already like the LA and stuff like that, but I think of it a lot on the technical side. I kind of really want an unstackable item sorter because a lot of farms require you to sort through unstackables, and some unstackables are basically it's basically not you're not able to sort them out, which means that you have more control over your farms and stuff like that. And plus, it means that you don't have to build like a whole thing where a whole hopper line or whole water stream thing for your items and stuff like that. If you just have a couple of allays going at it, trying to find all the drops, right? And plus, I think the allay is helpful in that like if you have it as a traveling companion or buddy, right? You can have it hold stuff for you as you mine if you don't have any room for it. Although that should be kind of the function of the bundle if it's I think the bundle is in here. But yeah, we got but also if you die, right? If you have an item in your inventory that you had when you died, right? And you still have another bit of it, you can give it to your allay friend, right? You can go around at the spot where you died, like close to it, and when you give it to the allay, it'll go down and search for the stuff for the item that you had on your inventory when you died, and maybe it will try to find it. And when it comes back, you kind of know the direction of which you can travel to find the stuff when you died, right? So I think there's a lot of use cases for even survival, like even casual survival play, right? But yeah. But the Copper Golem is a new method for making redstone clocks. We always had redstone clocks. And plus it doesn't have to be an entity, which it's loaded and is laggier than a simple block setup, maybe. Imagine making Copper Golem making another Copper Golem. It depends on the crafting recipe. I think what it would be in the overworld is probably like a piece of copper on the ground, a block of copper, and a lightning rod on top of it, right? Like, and then gets struck by lightning and it turns into a golem or something like that. Because that would be interesting. I don't know if you can actually craft it like that, right? Like, an iron golem isn't really crafted in another way, right? Which would be interesting. It would be interesting. But for Alay, hey Muhammad, welcome back. How are you doing today? Alay is useless. Hey Colonel Millet, hello. How are you doing? It don't duplicate items. That's not. The duplicating items is broken in general. It's not going to do something broken right out of the gate. I'm back. Yes, you are. Hello. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Snapshot 21W41A. Yes, hello Tito. Welcome. But yeah, we got this is the first thing that you see on the changelog and what you would see in the game when you open it up, right? Hashtag Minecraft Farms. But yeah, this is the new screen, the new main menu backdrop that you get to see when you open up the game. And I think this is gonna, I think Bedrock actually has different backdrops from Java, like slightly different. Like they're trying to recreate the ones from Java. And honestly, how they do this, right? I complained about it being low res, right? But it's gonna be much easier if you don't know. Bedrock and Java have seed parity now that the generation is coming over to both, right? It's just that I think Java has a lot more seed options, meaning that the amount of seeds that you're able to input into Java won't correlate to an already established seed, right? I think it's between like Java's 64-bit and Bedrock 32-bit or something. I don't know. But that's how it is at the moment. But as you know now, like if you put in a seed, it will be practically the same. It will be practically the same in Bedrock and Java in the case that it exists on Bedrock as well, right? But yeah, we can get into the game now. We can get into the server now. Okay, and as you can see, let's see. Let's seed. Okay, bad joke. But as you can clearly see, every time we type in the seed lagging, the seed changes. We were once in a plains. Next to a little forest. And now, we are not in the plains next to a little forest. We are in a bit of a jungle. Oh my goodness. I just love looking at the same seed, right? But yeah, obviously the snapshots are experimental, which means that anytime we do see a change, it's only relative to experimental versions, right? So what you're going to be seeing is going to be the last snapshot that we're going to look at when it times to release Caves and Cliffs Part 2. As you can see, we are flying around here. We got a new cave. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't think the cave layouts change. Actually, the cave layout should be based on seed, right? So, yeah, I don't know if we had a ravine like this before. So, if any of the random number generators have changed for this, it might have changed for the generation of caves as well. Though I'm not sure why that would be the case if it only changed the terrain here, right? So we're going to be looking around and around, but underground. Or actually, no. There's one thing. There's one thing that we could do right away, right? Let's see. The one thing we could do right away is that we can look for mine shafts. So I think one of the bugs here, let me see. Is it a bug? Or was it a change in the last snapshot? I think it was a change in the last snapshot that I forgot to... that I didn't really find or go over. Maybe because I thought it was going to be too much of a pain to find one, but... Also, this badland looked pretty weird and wicked, you know? I say that. But there are mine shafts that spawn above like Y80, and obviously you kind of know the gist of it, right? Why it would spawn that way? Because why would be changed to spawn above that or something like that? Because the mountains got taller, right? And we're like Y80 here. Here we are at Y80, basically Y82, and we can see that there is a mob in there. And we can find a mine shaft there as well. We found another mine shaft over there. And I lagged a little bit. Great job, kudos. Oh, well, we got some of this as well. Some caves coming into a mine shaft. We got some chain action. But yeah, these mine shafts should spawn a little bit higher. Because these mountains, these brand new cave carvers and oh, this is beautiful. These brand new mountains go up way higher than Y80, right? And it would be kind of weird to not have the mine shafts not go up all the way, like how it would be weird that cave carvers and stuff do not go up all the way, because otherwise the mountains would just be like full of nothing, right? You would have to mine through tons of stone to get to anywhere, right? Like, that is something that's weird and wacky, in my opinion, if caves did not carve through the mountains at all, right? Because that's a lot of space, that's a lot of stone, that's a lot of everything. But obviously, filling things out. I'm sorry. Ah, gosh. Filling these things out with caves, makes it not so just like doesn't make the mountains just one block of stone or something like that. Like, oh my goodness, imagine if that were the case, right? Like, you can see it carving out, it looking pretty cool. But if it wasn't like this, you'd have like just completely flat terrain. Imagine the world without caves. Imagine the world without caves in general. Now imagine the mountains, which go several hundred blocks higher sometimes, without any caves, right? That's a lot of wasted space. But yeah. I'm back, yada yada, You could use bubble columns, item transporters. Yeah, but they take up space. They take up space. That's the point of the LA. Like, the LA is a catch-all mob, right? They take up space, and plus, you can build certain redstone contraptions that are dedicated somewhere else, right? So, it's not like what is it called? Hopper lines, bubble columns, water streams are always very invasive of space. Let's say that, right? Like, no one's gonna be over here lodging stuff through slime blocks and stuff like that. Like, that would only be for cool uses, but if you want something that's generally very well rounded, right? Or generally lossless, you would go for water streams or hoppers, right? In order to transport your items. But also the LA can do that as well if it's implemented properly, right? None of these mobs, remember, these are just proposals. These mobs that they're going to be showing at Minecraft Live are just proposals. They haven't worked out every single detail, but they know the core features of how the mobs should work, right? Well, we're not voting on like a finished product or something. This is something they've told us that is on the chopping block, right? And remember this, right? When you're voting for a mob, it doesn't have to. This is just your opinion, right? No matter what, right? This is your opinion. This is how it. And any reason for wanting a mob is valid, right? Just vote for who you want to be in the game. I already had a YouTube community post for this. But just vote for who you want to be in the game. It doesn't really matter if people say otherwise, because these are all going to go back to the ideas table. This was confirmed. Ideas library that was confirmed by certain Minecraft developers, that mobs that weren't voted on have other purposes, right? What we're voting on are proposals, right? And so these proposals get back to the idea board, and they will use it for other stuff, right? These functions, right? Because I think some of these ideas are based on solving problems that players have with the game, right? Which is like the glare is that people have trouble lighting up their builds, and the mobs spawn anyways, right? So if they have a glare around, right, people will be able to find dark spots and light them up pretty easily. Though that's not really that great in 1.18 because of how easy it is, kind of like to see like the edge of the light. Like you kind of get the gist that if it doesn't change anymore when you walk out, right, it's gonna be 10, right? Not 10, 15, right? The allay fixes the problem where we can't sort out unstackable items, right? So that's the thing that a lot of technical players have had a problem with, right? And the allay would help alleviate that. And what I'm saying is like the glare is more towards casual players, right? Technical players with the allay, and for the copper golem, you kind of get a mob that pathfinds to buttons. And while that might not be interesting in the first place, right? Think of other things that can pathfind, right? Like, what would you need for a setup that would pathfind buttons, right? Pathfind 2 buttons. You need a villager and a zombie or something like that, and you would have them come in a constant loop or something like that, right? So I think there's a lot of things that these mobs are targeted towards, especially fixes for a lot of things that we have seen or people have complained about, right? Like, I'm actually not really sure what kind of problem the copper golem is trying to fix, other than being like, well, we're adding copper buttons, which probably won't do any different than regular buttons, right? Unless there could be a thing where they can't get pressed down, if it's oxidized or something. But either way, I think any of them into the game would be a fun addition, right? It's not like any of the additions that are not voted for or voted for poorly are bad. It's just that people are liking the proposals of one mob versus the other mobs better, right? And that's just all opinion. We're not basing any of this in some objectivity here, because the only thing objective that you could really compare them to is what they said they would do with the Minecraft dev stuff and the Minecraft diary stuff, or like not diary stuff, anything they said on Twitter, right? Like the videos and stuff. So I think whatever you vote for is okay. And like I said, I will be voting for LA. Don't vote because I want LA, and plus I don't even have that much influence in the first place, so it shouldn't matter if I say so. I'm just not telling you who to vote for, right? It's your choice. But yeah, here we go. That fell down. Interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. But yeah, we can go down and look at our other change that we can look at. One of the few changes in this snapshot, right? Geodes generate up to height 30. Only generate up to height 30, and the rarity has been adjusted to match 1.17 levels. Now, this has a few implications, actually. First off, only some oceans expose Y level 30, right? So, this means that you're going to have fewer of them being exposed to water. Because over here, right, they're not going to spawn in any rivers or anything, right? But let's actually affect ourselves. Effect, give, lagging, night vision, 1001. Okay. There we go. Oh, I forgot. True. But yes. So, because they're removing a huge portion of the range where they can spawn in the Y direction, right? They have to basically compress down the geodes, the compressor placements down in the world, which means that which means that the number of geodes won't change, even though they removed a lot of the range, right? And as you can see, we have a few geodes around. If you could find a good pocket of them, you can actually just AFK around, right? Because you see right there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like if you stand here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, if you make a farm out of all of those, you will be loading all of them, right? Oh, there's even like a 10 over there. If you make farms of all of those, you'll be loading 10 of them, and you'll get amethyst for days, right? Like, and plus you find them below Y30, which is closer to deep slate level, and that's where people want to be, right? That's where people want to be and want to mine. So as these things grow, and as you find them, you'll be more inclined to dig into them, right? Like, as you would be to find more mob spawners, right? Because that's the other thing they changed in the last snapshot, or one of the last snapshots, is that mob spawners spawn frequently under Y0. So you're gonna get a lot of good things, a lot of good farms, if you travel around in the deep slate area, right? Okay, we're gonna get to the next part. The angle in which sprinting against a block does not break your sprint has been increased a bit. So we actually tested it out kind of extensively. We tested it out a lot. Let's see. Oh, I keep doing that. We tested it out a lot a while back when this change was made. But basically the angle is 5.5 degrees from the wall, right? Degrees from straight. So, here we go. We have a small wall here, and if we turn on F3, you can see right here, right? What we're looking at is actually we should go to another direction, right? Yeah, we'll go this direction, right? We'll be facing this direction, right? So if you can see right here, if you can see my mouse cursor, we're facing south, and that's our angle, right? So our angle was currently like 5.5, which means that the sprint won't stop. And as you can see, my sprint isn't stopping, right? I am pressing sprint, and we are going. But if I do something like this, right? I'm pressing sprint, and we're not going. And we're at 24 degrees, 25 degrees, right? So what we're trying to find is the new angle in which it would stop us. So let's try 6. Actually, we can try 7. We'll try to get a mid-range. Okay. 7 works. Which means the angle is like 40? 10? Not 10. Yeah, 10 makes it stop. I'm currently running up to it, and it's stopping. So 9? Let's try 8 first. Okay, 8 stops it. Is it like 7.5? Is that the angle that we're going for? Okay, 7.6 stops it. I'm pressing sprint a lot for that. You can see my view change a little bit. But 7.4. 7.4 stopping it. Okay, 7.4 is stopping it. Let's try 7.1. Okay, 7.1 stops it. Yeah, 7.1 stops it, so I guess we were on the mark with 7, right? Yeah, 7 doesn't stop it. So, the new angle of attack is 14, right? It used to be 11. Which is interesting that I thought they would go, they had just added 3 more degrees. I mean, I thought they would go straight to like 15 or something, but no, they went to 14. Some non-5 number, right? Non-multiple of 5. I don't know. It still feels very steep. It still feels very steep. But obviously the incentive of doing this, of even doing this in the first place, is because people are in mine shots, right? People are in very thin corridors, right? And if you just get the angle off even a little bit, right? And you hit a wall, right? you will just stop running. You literally go to like, it's really asking a lot of the player to stay like at 0 or something like that. Like right now, like you can be like, you have to look at the F3 menu to basically say that you're at 0, some 0.1. We're gonna deviate a little bit as farther we go, but just asking people to to stop sprinting after a certain like range is kind of weird, especially since you barely brush up against the wall. Like, you're definitely brushing up against the wall at those ranges, right? Because you're hitting it, but it won't stop you. So that's the other thing that's on the changelog. So, another thing is that change the prioritization order of the chunk rendering pipeline. Unrendered chunk holes in the world should not appear when flying fast with high render distance. Now, you could go all the way, right? 32, but apparently, I'm not, I didn't change it to the server. So I think the server is actually still set to 12 or something, or 16. I'm not sure. So, but basically, as we go out, right, when we fly, we shouldn't see any holes in the world. Like, we shouldn't see like the chunk in front of us not load, but the chunks behind it load, right? So that's how they're doing it now. But if we go out far enough, I think we can maybe see, like... No, it's still loading. It's still loading pretty pretty nicely. Jeez. Oh, we saw some glow squids down there. But yeah. It's loading pretty much around you now. It's not like skipping some chunks. If you ever notice that, I have. If you ever notice that, it is quite annoying. Because you're like waiting for that chunk to load, and like it's just it's just not loading, right? Like there's something wrong with the pipeline, with the guide, right? But yeah, as you can see, we got that. Also, a little bug fix that has been made is that we can locate Lush Caves, right? And we can find axolotl spawns, probably. Okay, come on, load for me. Oh, we found a dripstone cave. How beautiful. Wait, where are the Lush Caves? We teleported here. Lush Caves? You guys want Lush Caves for me? Is it above me? Oh, it's... Huh. We got Lush Cave a little bit there. We got a huge dripstone pillar here. Okay. Maybe we'll go up and then we'll be able to spawn them in by just staying up here, right? And oh, this is nice. This is nice terrain. We can just let's see, effect give at E type equals axolotl, like that. And effect will give it glowing, right? For a couple seconds here. Apply 1. Now entity was found. Let's do the same for glow squids then, I guess. Let's see. Well, we don't change that. Glow squid. Okay, 7 targets. It shouldn't be part of the same mob cap anymore, I think. But there we go. We got 3 targets. Okay. Where is that? Okay. I think there's an axolotl right here. Yep. One is spawning now, finally. I think we did the same test last time. I don't know where the others are. Okay, there's one right here. It's not in a 1 high water. Oh, this one is in a 1 high water. Okay, so the thing is that it didn't spawn in Lush Caves, and it didn't spawn in 1 high water before, right? And that's a change they made in the last snapshot. But even in the 1 high water and in Lush Caves, they did not spawn. So these guys should be able to spawn everywhere now. Except for the fact that they only spawn up to 5 in your area. So if you have a lot of Lush Cave, you're going to have to search extensively to find it. If you have like these very small, like noodly caves, right? Like these guys, you're probably not going to find that guy. But if you're trying to search for an axolotl in 1.18, right? These are the biomes that you'll find them in, and you'll find them in every single water spot that has clay below it in the Lush Cave area, right? So those are the spawning conditions for the axolotl. But yeah, item frame. Okay, we're gonna go over the last. We're gonna go over the bug fixes, and then I'm gonna rechat. So actually, no, there's still some technical changes. Server classes are now assigned, which means that for any modding people, for any server or modding people, that's a blessing. Apparently, that's a big deal. They listed it there, so that's a thing. A new random number generator and a for world generation. As you saw in the beginning, we're in a jungle. We spawned in a jungle on the same seed lagging, right? We used to spawn into plains and stuff like that. Oh my goodness, there's so much lag. I'm not sure if this is a cube host thing or something, but like literally, I am lagging way more in the snapshot. I mean, not lagging myself, right? I am lagging, but the server is lagging. What I'm basically just flying around and I'm getting teleported back, right? So, oh, we found an azalea tree. Nice. But yeah, these guys, like, I'm not sure what's up with what's up with the server at the moment. What's up with server performance, but it is not good. I'm not sure what's going on. It could be the jar, it could be Cubetoast, but either way, it's not good. It's not good for testing here. But yeah. Item frame texture as an item uses texture of oak planks. Okay, so item frame should look different. And honestly, if you're looking at this new, right? If you're looking at this new, you're kind of like, what? What's the dark borders? But the real ones don't have dark borders. This is how they look like all the time in game. So even though the new change makes it look like it's birch or something, right? Like, these guys are definitely matching more with its in-game entity item, right? So that's one of the texture changes that have occurred here. The next one, that science textures do the same thing. So basically, we have all these signs. We have all these signs with bases that match the kind of wood they were made of, right? So we got oak there, and as you see on the bottom, we've got an oak base and birch. We got a birch base, right? We even have a birch tree to compare it to. But yeah, all these signs have basically gotten their bases part of the item texture, right? So yeah, that's how it be. That's one of the changes. That's one of the texture changes. I think it looks better. The only one that seems jarring to me is just the item frames. I'm so used to the old one, but it's more accurate the way they're implemented now. Also, if you didn't know, doors. I think doors got a little bit of a change with their texture. It looks more in line with the new textures that have been added, right? Although I'm not sure if it's the same for the Crimson and Crimson and Warp doors. I'm pretty sure. I think they're. Oh yeah, that's right. I think in Bedrock, they added the hinge part. They added the hinge to the texture, which is interesting. An interesting thing, right? But these doors now all have their textures pretty much lined up with the new texture update and stuff like that. As you can see, as they rotate around, they're kind of just mini doors. Which is how the items are supposed to be, because you barely have any space for pixel art there. Yeah, more space for pixels on the bigger items. Have more texture space, you know. But yeah, these should all be in sync, in line. All the textures should be nice and dandy. And now here's a short little thing. One of the bugs is that the Glowberry had one texture, like, out of line. So, basically, I think it's one of these textures right here, right? When it was hanging down, there was, like, a dark gray texture or something like that. that was a part of the glowberries, and now it's gonna look all woody stem again, the way it should look, right? So that's a little texture bug there. I'm glad they're working on the texture bug still. The campfire texture has 1 pixel extending into the hotbar, which is interesting. So if we had one on us, right, it would probably just it would probably just be on the edge there, right, on either side of the hotbar. I'm not sure where it would be actually. It doesn't look too different. Maybe it was on the top or something like that. But as you can see, for like every item, there's like a pixel missing from. There's like a margin, right, for any pixel sprite items. Although the campfire could be on the ground as well. Although that could only apply. That might only apply to plants, because the plants actually reach the bottom of the hotbar. The campfire sits a little bit atop it, and the plants look like they're all on the ground. Let's see. Is there anything else that matches the campfire? I mean, I guess the bamboo might, because look, it's like 1 pixel off from every side there. But no, I guess the game design here is that you could tell from the menu item, right, that could be planted on something on the ground, right? I'm not sure. Well, the same doesn't apply to like sugarcane or something that's like kind of isometric or or kind of in a different view than other stuff. The glow lichen takes up the entire space. The vine takes up the entire space. The lily pad doesn't, but it looks like it's shifted off to one side, which kind of looks off. Not gonna lie. Yeah, we got the large fern. We got the tall grass. It looks like any plant items seem to be grounded or doesn't obey the margin size, which is interesting. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, the raw iron takes a little bit of space there. Takes up all the sides. Takes up to the right and left side, right? Also, the iron ingot does that too. Huh. I guess this is just the size they chose for this texture, right? Like they could have made it like a few blocks, a few pixels wider, right? But they didn't. I guess it's just like artistic choice. I'm not sure. I'm not sure though. Some items obey this, some items do not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's up with it. I'm not even sure if you can see it. I'm running this stream at like 1080p. I'm not sure if you can see the pixels between it, between the items and the menu margins. But that's quite a thing to notice. I'm not sure, but apparently the campfire had one misplaced texture, which made it part of the margin, or made it connected to the margin, which is not the same for everything, but it's just how the campfire texture was rendered, I guess. Was made. But yeah, we're going to the next bug fixes. The zombie villager profession texture uses villager skin color pixels. I'm actually not sure what that means. I guess you could tell what kind of villager it was. Besides the profession, like you can tell it's like a jungle blacksmith or something like that. I'm not sure. But now you could probably not tell it. Maybe it's just, maybe you can only tell that it's a blacksmith now, which is interesting. With the skull projectile has faces with old texture. Actually, we can summon one, right? Summon wither skull. Let's see. No AI. 1. There we go. So, I forget how it looked before, but that's interesting, isn't it? And we can also kill it, by the way. Kill at E. Type equals wither skull. There we go. Get rid of it like that. Can't punch it. But texture of door items do not match the blocks. We just went over that. Glitchy chunk rendering since 1.15 pre-release 2. So I guess that's fixed with the new rendering pipeline changes. Comparator's lit base texture is incorrect. Okay, so this is a thing that you probably never see unless you do redstone. And you probably wouldn't notice since this was a while ago since this was changed. But when the comparator is powered, it should look different, right? Yeah. So this is what you always saw, right? But the thing that changed is the thing in the middle. And that thing is the quartz, right? That is the quartz in the middle, if you don't know the recipe for comparator, right? It's let's see. Crafting table, yada yada. Oh, we don't. Okay. Hello? Okay. Okay, we can't search it up, apparently. Comparator. Okay, I'll just make it here. Stone. Quartz. And that should be it, right? There's the comparator. we got the quartz in the middle, and that's doing all the addition and subtraction, all the mathematical stuff that you could with the comparator, right? And that didn't light up before. That didn't light up red. I mean, it did light up red before. It was changed one time, and it wasn't re-added until now. So what you see is that the texture changes. The red lights up now, and you'll get an output. It changes right there, right? You get some kind of output there. But yeah, that's that for the comparator change. There's a lot of texture changes that are nice to have. Let's see. Enchanting Table Gui uses the old lapis texture. So, basically, if you ever have enchanted it any time in your Minecraft career, you'll see that this has changed. Right. It looks kind of weird. The thing about it is that, I think the lapis texture had more strokes, right? So we look at the lapis here. Let's get an item frame or something. Let's get an iron frame. We'll go up to it close, right? We'll look at it. Straight on. We got this line here, and it goes up like this, right? Which kind of looks weird if you put it in that kind of context, right? Like that looks weird to me, but it does fit. It does fit. If you can see, the texture does overlap like that. It it looks weird because it's so simple. I kind of wish it could have been I like this texture better. But I kind of wish there was a little bit more texture in this enchantment table. Because, honestly, there's nothing else that looks like lapis, but I feel like it could be a little bit more detailed. Because I feel like it was detailed enough in the last one. The last lapis, right? That it just, I don't know, it just looks a little weird. We're used to it, but it's just weird to have, like, more lines. Okay. Okay, weather. Okay. You try to do this again, I'll stop you. Game rule. Do weather, cycle, false. Ha! Gotcha. Get out of here. Get out of here, weather gods. Get out of here, Thor. I smite you. I am lacking and I smite you. I am caveman and I hate rain. But yeah, we'll do with that. Parity issue, different Bedrock and Java sign item textures. Yeah, like I said, I felt like some of these textures were were in Bedrock already. I think I said that for the doors. I'm not sure if it was for the signs. But yeah. Displays pixel on cave textures. Glow item frame texture is missing 2 pixels. Okay, that was interesting. That's... I didn't notice it before, and I'm sure not going to notice it now. Let's see. I don't know what 2 pixels it was missing. Were they, like, transparent? I guess it didn't say that it changed 2 pixels. It probably means that it added 2 pixels. Maybe, like, in the corners, maybe? I'm not sure how they would forget the pixels unless they're talking about the pixel on the top. Maybe. Maybe they're talking about the pixel on the top. Although, yeah, you can barely see the pixel on top in the inventory. I'm not sure what they were missing before, but glad it's fixed. Nether biomes don't generate correctly? Okay. So that's the thing we can check now as well. Set block. We'll set it 2 away. Nether portal. There we go. So we changed a block here at the portal. Apparently you can put an iron frame next to it, right? Yeah. And that won't update the block, which is interesting. But if you didn't know, since experimental snapshot 1, the Nether was broken. And if we go into Nether now, we should see it not broken. Okay. Nice. So it says Nether biomes don't generate correctly. It was also the terrain for the most part, I think. But as you can see right here, right now, there seems to be like. Also, we have let's effect clear us because we have night vision. It looks kind of whack. Yeah, the Nether doesn't look broken anymore. Look at all the generation. Look at all the carvers. They look pretty spiffed. There's not like a huge area where you can't find anything for hundreds of blocks. So yeah, for the most part, it looks quite fixed. Ah, look at there. We got a rare guy. We got a rare guy. We got a we got a zombie pigaman. Zombified piglin. Riding on a strider with a with a rare rod. Not rare rod, warp fungus rod. Nice. Oh, we also got a bastion over there. Cool. Right? pretty sweet. The Nether is back, and you shouldn't have to worry about the Nether. You can actually complete the game in your snapshots now. Which is nice. If you're even playing in the snapshots in general. Right? But yeah, Minecraft has, in 1.18, has 2 to 48 seeds instead of 2 to 64 seeds. So, there was a bug where the seeds that Minecraft had were cut down significantly, that you couldn't access or like differentiate anymore. But now that has changed back to 2 to 64. And if you don't know, 2 to 64 is a very large number compared to the 48. Quite a lot of magnitudes. A lot of magnitudes greater. So that's good. Hopefully we get the same thing in Bedrock Edition as well, because Bedrock Edition definitely needs all the seeds that Java can get. Although I'm not sure how much work is needed to accomplish that, right? It could overhaul like Java did with the whole random number generator and stuff, because a lot of it is based on C and math. But yeah, worlds create red appears, 0 crash when loading new 1.18 biomes. Cannot invoke a double because this .a is null. Okay, I think it's just a stray casting call. I'm not sure what the correct term for it is, but yeah, sometimes doing stuff locally can hurt. I think this .a references objects in a class rather than global objects. I'm not sure though. Oh, or it references some other thing, but it's definitely a syntax error that got squashed out. But Snow Slopes biome no longer generates stone cliff features from experimental snapshots. I guess we can locate biomes stony slopes. Oh, I guess it's stone peaks now. No, wait, not stone. Snow. Locate biome snowy slopes. I love names. There we go. And I feel like we're going to be in the mountain because we're so far down before. Also, I'm not sure if we're lagging. We are lagging, but we aren't lagging that much. Ah, interesting. Yeah, loading is very nice. Loading is so nice. I love loading. But yeah, no longer generates stone cliffs. It should generate stone cliffs if it's tall enough, and this is not tall enough. Which means we have hit a dud, and I'm not really gonna check it out more if we don't see any. I guess this might be considered a stone cliff. I feel like this is just a carver though. Yeah, we can't really find any. I guess maybe this? Maybe it's stony here, and it's not really a cliffside. This is more of a cliffside, right? But, yeah, we did it. We didn't get a good... We did not get a good one here. Or at least one good for testing. But it's kind of interesting how some of this village is part of the biome, right? Just one house, basically, and one road. But that's okay. Stone in jagged peaks is always covered by snow blocks. Okay, interesting. Let's locate biome jagged peaks then. Okay, teleport that. Hopefully we're in taller terrain. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, we got some snow. We got some snow blocks, not being directly on top of stone. Though we still have snow layers. Yeah. We still have a lot of dirt around here. We do have a grove around here. Yeah, some of these stone blocks are out of the way, but also they still have snow layers, not snow blocks on top. So, yeah, some of them do have it. But if you look at it from above, you'll probably just see snow, and that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much it for that change. Yeah, sorry for my my voice at the moment. Kind of need a water break after I go through the last few bugs. Axolotls aren't able to spawn in Lush Caves. We already saw that. An inhabited time value / local difficulty doesn't increase. So if you don't know about local difficulty, it's this thing over here. I'm currently going over it, but when I take out the text, you'll see it, right? So local difficulty basically means that the people, as you're living in a spot or biome, right, as you're living in one certain spot, the difficulty will increase, which means that as it increases, the mobs get harder, which means they'll spawn with more armor, they'll spawn with more enchanted armor, and it will go up even higher than that. So basically, it wasn't increasing before, and now it should be. Now it should be, right? It should be increasing a lot. It should be increasing back to normal speeds, right? So that's that. I guess I'll be reading chat now. I gotta get a drink. I have a water bottle right here. Oh gosh, so much water, so much loss of parchment. But yeah, those are all the bugs and stuff. It's time to chat with the chat, right? To chat with you guys. Let's clear it up, and I'll scroll up back to where we started. There's a lot of things you guys have said, and I was watching it as I was reading all the bug fixes and searching through all of it. I was watching it scroll very, very quickly, and I was like, "Oh no, I have to read all this." But we're gonna go over it, right? We'll go back to the text here. Actually, okay. Some of the text got cut off because there was so much text. So I'm going to start here. I'm confused. I made my mind. I want the ally, even though I love both the Copper Golem and ally. Yeah, you can vote for whoever you want. Just hopefully people will not be as salty as the last few mob votes. Declares the worst mob kind ever. Interesting take. Yeah, it's very useless. um, true. Hey, Mr. Cheese, how are you doing? Hey, Wobbly Pokemon Animations, welcome back. By the way, if I haven't asked this, how are you guys doing today? Also, I'm so sorry for clearing my throat so many times. But yeah. We're gonna keep going. If the ally wins, I'm going to be happy, and I will add a Copper Golem mod, and I can have both in my Minecraft world. Only 1.5 hours left. Yeah, 1.5 hours left. Nice. The glare is fancy for F3. No, it's glare is fancy F3. That's kind of true. That's kind of true. But it's much more like the glare is like pretty like. Mojang really wants to remove the functionality of F3 for casual players because most people don't really know about F3, and plus in Bedrock Edition, you can't use F3, right? So a lot of the functionality that you get out of using F3, because F3 is a debug screen, right? They're trying to make it so that Minecraft can lead you there without you having to debug it, right? I think that's the point of going through that, right? So yeah, that's that's what mods are for. Yes, that's what mods are for. If you don't like anything about the game, right, you can always add a mod. Mojang is always there, listening to the community, adding stuff, fixing bugs and stuff like that. But sometimes you want something different from what the general vision of Minecraft is, right? So you add mods, and that's okay. Minecraft has never really shied away from the modding community, except for Bedrock Edition. There's no like add-on library for modders on any device besides your PC, right? If you have Windows 10 or Windows 11 for Minecraft, right? Minecraft for those. So yeah, that's that. Pog, Minecraft Live is nearly here. Yeah, so excited. Yeah, the mods are the best. Even if a mob loses, you can have it. Yes, even if every mob that loses goes back to the ideas library, and it will be formatted or fitted for another purpose, right? Like Mob C, for example, I think from the Phantom Vote. That became the grindstone, basically. It doesn't have to be a mob that's added to the game, right? It could be another feature that has the same abilities as a mob. Although it would be fun to interact with a mob rather than a block sometimes, right? So a lot of things that are being suggested here can be implemented in the future in different ways, right? So that's the thing there. Yeah, mods are the best. Even the mob loses, you can have it. Can't wait to find out what 1.19 is going to be. I can't wait as well. I just want it to be the promised biome vote changes. I just really want them to announce that, because I think they can work on archaeology alongside that. Plus, these changes are something that's supposed to be coming, right? There's a lot of changes there. There's a lot of mobs to be added. There's a lot of changes to the biomes. They've just changed the overworld. To match, to dislocate biome placement and terrain placement. So I think just working on the biomes there, they don't have to add like edge biomes or hill biomes anymore. They could just add the biome and its features, or edit it, right? That's what they could do. I think that would be fun. Did you know rubies used to be in Minecraft? Well, rubies were emeralds before. But it was scrapped because one of the developers was colorblind, and it would be confusing to have two redstone ores, especially since there's also the reason why the ore texture is different from other ore textures, right? The emerald ore texture is different from redstone even before the texture update for the stuff. So, yeah, we got that, right? Maybe it's Spooky Scary Update, Part 2, because all the new mobs are ghosts and creepy. The glare is a ghost, the ally is a ghost, the oxidized copper golem looks creepy in dark places. Am I right? Oh yeah. Yo, hey Crone, what's going on? How are you doing? How are you doing today? Oh, but I want an end update. Yeah, I kind of want an end update, but I also just want promises to be filled. Because at this point, right, it would be like 4+ years since they've teased biome vote stuff, right? So like, I gotta just want them to be like, yeah, we're working on it. We'll add the archaeology to it. We'll add the combat update to it. We'll add all the promised. Like, I would be so glad to have them stop promising stuff that aren't gonna make it in the game for a couple years down the line, right? Because I feel like their ambition is kind of, they're gonna be too ambitious for every single update, and every single update you're gonna wonder, right? Like, is this stuff gonna get cut? Is this stuff not gonna make it in? Is it good to even think about this stuff coming in the future, right? Like, because maybe it's not. Maybe it will be split again. Maybe if they're too ambitious, we're not gonna have too many updates, and there's going to be a lot of, obviously every update comes with a lot of bugs that they have to work out. A lot of new features have bugs, and a lot of older bugs get fixed. So every time they add more, they add a lot more work on the periphery, right? Yeah. And 1.4, me too. Maybe an archaeology update. What do you remember me end up upstate for the win? Yeah. I want the archaeology update. But big update first. It's which Caves and Cliffs Part 2, and small update after possibly archaeology. Archaeology is going to be added to 1.19. That's what Minecraft said. And 1.20 end update. Noise. Yeah. Lang, do you remember me? Yes, I do. I definitely remember you. Just like Village and Pillage, then Buzzy Beast, another update. Yeah, I like I said, like I kind of want it to be named like the Promised Update or something like that, because I kind of want all the promises to be filled. And I just want to move on from that. But also after the promises are filled, maybe they'll take up until summer for that, right? Maybe they'll announce what's for the winter holiday update, right? And they could announce something big, or they could announce that the Promised Update is going to be part 1 and 2, summer, and then winter. Like focusing on the big stuff for later, focus on the little stuff for summer, or maybe split it evenly or something like that. But have something ready for the next Minecraft Live, right? Maybe they'll do the end update the next Minecraft Live or something like that. But yeah, you know there was a chance to get vultures and ostriches and meerkats and termites and eucalyptus trees, not eucalyptus apparently, according to the spelling. And mangrove trees and chest boats and frogs and no biome boats. Yes, yeah, you mean biome trees? I don't know why Minecraft likes to get the community mad and they can't just add them all. No, they can't. They can't just add them all in one go. The thing is that it's a lot harder than you think to add stuff and to make things work right? To make things work the way that they should. Because if you've been following any of the snapshots and stuff like that, there's a lot of work. There's a lot of bug fixes that are made to mobs that you would probably think are simple, but they're not, because a lot of the work comes through the algorithms for pathfinding and stuff like that. And a lot of the work spans between teams and stuff like that. People make the 3D models, people make the art for it, people make their functionality, and then we get community feedback as they're put in the snapshots. And they keep tweaking it until the game thinks that this is what the player wants because of the community feedback and what it's supposed to do in general, like pathfind right. So that's a thing there. That's the thing there that we're talking about. Like, it's not simple to put in just a mob, right? A mob takes a lot of time, a lot of development. Also, biome changes, biome votes, even a block or an item that has some more functionality, right? It takes some time to get it right, and it takes some time to have it implemented correctly. There's been a lot of changes, right? Like, the spyglass texture changed like 4 or 5 times because people keep finding inconsistencies or like not so cool stuff. And also the way the spyglass worked, right? You hold it up to your eye, and that has to do. You would have to have a little bit of animation and mathematical calculations on how it's placed, right? Like there were a few bugs back in the first times when Spyglass was introduced, where the placement was wonky and weird and didn't look good, right? And kind of like some of the mathematics was inverted. Like it's not as simple as you would think. And plus, Mojang has the responsibility of developing these features and releasing them to hundreds of millions of players, right? Like millions. I mean, not hundreds of millions, millions of players, and. It's not like you could just add something and just be like, here you go. It may not be working. It may not be broken it is. It may be broken. It may not be. We'll fix it later, right? That's not the kind of attitude that they want to give, right? Like, they don't have the leniency of mob developers who probably just add a mob in like a couple seconds, copying the code from like a dog or something, and like and like putting it in the game, right? Like, they don't have the responsibility that Mojang has. So a lot of these changes have to go through a lot of teams and a lot of quality checks, and they have the responsibility of being able to be used and played with by millions of players. So there's a lot of things. There's a lot of bureaucracy. There's a lot of social and social like stuff that they have to go through too. Because Mojang really prides itself over being a community-driven game dev team, right? Because they always if you don't know, these snapshots always are asked and they want feedback from the community and stuff like that. So that they can develop these things for everyone. But yeah, bio trees, I don't know. I just call them trees, yeah. Well, what's the purpose of voting then? Why not just add them all? The purpose of voting them is to prioritize which ones they will focus on. Because if you don't know, they don't have to give these mob votes. They don't have to give these biome votes, right? They add stuff in all the time without people's inputs, like goats, right? I mean, that was actually part of a biome vote, but still, like, they add stuff like what is it called? Amethyst. No one asked for that. They add stuff for copper. Some people ask for it, but not like in a way that they've implemented, right? So they've done stuff without the community feedback. And the vote is basically saying that the community gets to explicitly determine one of the features in Minecraft. Because these features, these ideas that we always see without community feedback are always in the ideas library that they have, right? So they just need to flesh it out. They just need to prioritize working on it because people that work on it, right? they have more knowledge. They have limited staffing. They have time. They're real people, right? So they need to focus their attention on stuff, especially since Olraf, the person that was supposed to be working on archaeology, had to focus on other things, right? In order to get stuff done, in order to get stuff out into the game, right? So that's why archaeology was delayed, is because the person working on it, working on all the features, the concepts and stuff like that, had to prioritize working on getting the rest of the update out first before working on something that hasn't even been tested in the snapshots yet, right? So yeah, we got that. Yeah. But come up beer just makes people mad. At them all. Hey, Matan. Welcome. How are you doing? Matan M. It just makes me mad. Crow, hello. Crone, hello, I mean. Or maybe a mobs and biomes update where they add all the losing biomes and mobs with the archaeology system. I just realized there were the same people every live. Why did they make us vote for a president? Why don't they make them all presidents? There you have a great update team. Yeah, lol. Yeah, Vu, Agnes, and Jens. It's Mojang, not Mojang. Get it right. But yes, I do love all of them. More so Jens, because he's a memeable material. Jens is very memeable. He is just I'm not sure what they do in the voice recording sessions, but like I'm pretty sure some of the staff is laughing as they make this stuff, right? As they make these promotional materials. But Jens, probably working on other stuff, working on some of the other stuff before tackling more of the combat update stuff, right? Working with the team. Agnes, as I think creative director, creative lead now, or whatever, is really just focusing on getting out quality stuff, not quantity, right? Let's keep on going. I hope Copper Golem wins. I'm not gonna get mad if LA wins. It's true, Tabby. Lydia. Oh yeah, Lydia. But you will get mad if Glare wins. And also lagging lives. Lol. In lagging lives. Lol. We're the same. I know. Yeah, I'll rage if Glare wins. Don't rage. Don't rage. It's not. This is supposed to be fun. Okay. Okay. Maybe an overworld update to polish the new world generation with updated biomes. I will rage if LA wins, but that's not going to happen. Why LA is good. I prefer Copper Golem. Are you team Copper Golem with me? You never know. Never say never. Why Cookie? Hey, Cookie Salad. What's going on? I forgot. I did say you said a comment, but I didn't acknowledge you. But hey, how are you doing? I find the ally far too OP. If you're Cooper Golem team, say yes, yes, yes. I don't think so. Hashtag Copper Golem. Who are you gonna vote? I already said who I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna go for the ally, but you should vote for whoever you want in. This is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be a community event. Do not let other people tell you who to vote for, okay? Vote for the one you want in. That's gonna be the most fair thing. Hashtag Cooper Golem. If it duplicates, then maybe you could say it's OP. It doesn't duplicate. It just picks up items nearby, and that's all it needs to do to be good, in my opinion. It don't duplicate. It just takes out for the grounds. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's confirmed. It won't dupe. Yeah, it wouldn't even make sense that it would dupe. It's just that the wording in the mob vote video was very vague. Like, I'm not sure why they did this, but the way they announced a lot of this stuff didn't really give it the best lights that they could have had, right? Didn't really show off what they could have had. They had to elaborate a lot on Twitter when people asked questions to them about what these mobs were going to do, or what the plans were, what the concepts were for them, right? So yeah, they already had some boundaries there that they had to explain outside of these things, and that probably some Minecraft commentary channels picked up on, right? Copper goal for the win. I'm telling Cookie that the LA is not OP. Yeah, flying hoppers makes collections not necessary anymore, and I like them. Well, that's not the. You still need a collection system. Like, the LA is not gonna just drop stuff off and have them despawn, right? You need something. You need a place to collect it. It's just that the collection system can be more wireless, let's say, right? You don't have to have lines of hoppers. You don't have to have lines of packed ice for water streams or something like that. You just have a few mobs roaming around, taking one place, taking something to another place, right? Like, that's okay. I know it won't do, so it's not OP. I tell the Cookie that. I declare that we have a fair vote. Who is with me? Me. Vote LA. Get LA. Vote Claire. Get F3. Vote Copper Golem. Get Copper Golem and Cooper Button. Me. I'm not. Why? They put on Twitter. Okay. It's hard to choose a floating salad and a flying hopper and a toy. Lamau. Yeah, lol. That's literally what they are, but oversimplified. I've heard people just say, like, the Copper Golem is Korean, right? Because all they said was they randomly press buttons, right? Press copper buttons. Which is obviously a Korean thing to do. But yeah, I know the ally doesn't do items. I like making collection system, but the ally gets added. No one will need collection system. Okay, ally is just a flying hopper. Yeah, to be honest, no one will use them. I think a lot of people will be using the ally. Literally, the technical community is like ally, because of all the potential use cases that it has, with all sorts of things. Not gonna lie, rip hoppers, I know, just makes the collection system useless. The new door textures are way better. If they added, I'm just gonna use them for dances, not for items. There's gonna be something called a holy inventory. Hi, hey Argel GD, what's going on? How are you doing? Yes, Kernet Millet, I like collection system. Lamau, donkey had extra space. Okay, and cats in a box. How much for Minecraft Live? $20. How much time left until Minecraft Live? We'll say an hour, because it actually, the pre-show starts at 10:20 for me, and it's 9:20 right now. 1 hour maybe. I feel like it might change. 1:19. 1.5 to 2 hours, I think. Yeah, stonks. We're getting more voters for Cooper Golem. Yeah. Is there someone who still wants ally? Say with me. No to 1. No to N. No to knee. Remember, guys, we're not here to change others' votes. No one in. Yeet, look at this. Hey, hello there. How are you doing today, Yeet? Welcome. Yes, 8 people are going to vote for Cooper Golem. 8 votes, let's go. Yo, Langanies, how are you doing? Hey, Demonic Toaster, welcome back. Oh, Toaster 555. Ha ha ha. Me, not a big influence. Yeah, look at Discord. The profile pic is an ally, but an influence nonetheless. Yes, I do have some kind of influence, but literally, everyone has some kind of influence, right? Like, you can literally tell your friend, hey, vote for this, this one's better than the rest, right? Without giving any information to the other ones, right? Or discrediting them for anything, right? Like, just saying, the color's a flying bush, or something like that. Vote the ally. For no good reason, right? Like, you completely don't give a fair comparison to anything, and yet you expect people to vote for what you want, right? But yeah. To vote, you're going to find a community post with the Minecraft Live is on, and you can vote on Discord and Twitter. Yeah, you can vote on Minecraft Live. Usually just works on Twitter, right? So Minecraft sends out a poll, and you vote for it. It might not load because Minecraft usually stresses Twitter's system, which is insane, right? Like, a game has that kind of influence, like community has that much influence. But yeah. I don't have Twitter, but I do have Discord. Vote on the community post when the Minecraft Live is on. I love that the sparse jungle is his own biome now. Yes, I do like that. I do like the jungle edge biome becoming the sparse jungle biome. I do like new jungle-ish biomes, right? Because I really liked it when they added the bamboo forests or the pandas and stuff like that. Like, I really just like other, more hotter biomes, right? Because we do need more transitional biomes in the overworld. It's just something that should be done. But I do have Disco Red, yes. Top of the Skull is changed. Yeah, the sparse jungle is amazing. Lagging, please Discord. Now, I'm not going to look at Discord at the moment. I'm reading chat at the moment. So, I'll probably look at Discord before I go live again for Minecraft Live. So, we'll get that stream up and running after I finish reading chat and we go through everything, right? Yeah, it reminds me of the Desert Oasis, like transitional biome from jungle and desert. It's just it's just missing water. Now it's so beautiful. By the way, ever wondered how to build the copper golem? So what I think the copper golem would do if it was added was that you just put a copper block on the ground and you put a lightning rod on it, and it can only be struck by lightning in order to be activated, right? So that's what I think it is, right? Yeah. Oh, Cooper block and the lightning rod because it hack. Good one on top. I have no idea how you typed all that, Tabby. But I know what you mean though. One copper block, a lightning rod because it have one on top. Yeah, just like Iron Golem, right? Yeah, you kind of have to build golems, I think. I don't think you can craft them. Copper block, pumpkin, lightning rod. Pumpkin. Interesting. Just like I need you to look at this. It's impotent. I don't think so. Cooking is right. Okay. Yeah, you could wax Cooper golems now, and you can de-wax them with axes. Yeah. They're gonna have all the functionality of copper. Basically. Copper oxidization state. Thank you. Yes. Line now, please. I'm gonna stop reading your chat if you keep bugging like that. Okay. Keep nagging. Keep nagging, and I won't look. Okay. I will not. The chat is supposed to be functional. Okay. If everyone's asking for me to look at something, I think that's not really functional. I kind of want conversation here, not like, oh, look at this link, look at my channel or something like that. That's not how. I know it sounds harsh or something like, but I always, you can't really advertise, in the chat or in the channel in general, right? That's not the forum I want to create, you know. If you can agree that advertising is bad. Let's see. It'd be cute if the copper golems run to lightning rods when it's on theirs. Oh, that'd be interesting. That'd actually be fun. It'd be like, let's recharge, guys. Taking it clean again. Yeah. It has, yeah. They need to be clean in order to work. Yeah, a fully oxidized golem will, I'm not sure if they will turn into an entity. I mean, turn into a block type. But I think if you have if they can freeze at any point in their animations, right? I think it would be better for them to stay as an entity, so that you can just de-wax them and they don't have to transform back into an entity, something like that. Or maybe when they, actually no. Well, we'll say that they oxidize as an entity, right? They stay as an entity, doesn't transform back into a block type or something. Waxing that would be cute. The loading rod in their head works. Nice. And you can wax them. The Nether is fixed now. Hooray! I hope the end is fixed soon, though, with the Nether pillars generating. Was it fixed? Was it fixed? Isn't it already fixed? I feel like it's already fixed. Let's set block end portal, right? There we go. Okay. Okay. That was just lag. Oh, but yeah. As you can see, it's already fixed. The end islands are not engulfed in I mean, the end pillars is not engulfed in rampant end islands and generation, right? So this looks fixed. Yeah, you can definitely beat the game now with the Nether being fixed, right? So yeah, you can definitely beat the game now. Again, in the snapshots. It's back to normal. But yeah. I'm gonna be reading chat again. Go back to chat. I wish they could add the bee armor in the background. Oh yeah, there could be a next cyber full bee armor. You know what would be interesting? I feel like they should just add the heads of everything. Like, I think they should just add the heads. Add head types for every mob so that you can use the creeper, right? You can use the charge creeper to kill every mob to get their head. Although, the thing about that is that do you want to promote the charge creeper killing anything but undead mobs and creepers themselves, right? Like, imagine you have to use a charge creeper on a bee. Like, obviously there are ways to there's chance for that to happen in regular survival, right? But I guess people seeking out like heads, right? They'll just try to kill everything. And if your friend has like a dog or something, then you don't have a dog. Maybe they want to blow up that dog, and then they blow it up and they get a head, and they're like, "I'm sorry, but I needed the head for my collection." I don't know. I don't know what, but I feel like if they're teasing a lot of stuff in the trailers, maybe they could be added. Maybe they're not, right? But yeah. No, behead. Mr. Cheese, I'm the only survivor, and he banned me. I need him to unban me. It's been 2 years. 2 years. My Discord server has been up for 2 years. Obsidian Pillars, Survivor. Hey, MDKV Productions. Welcome back. How are you doing today? How much left for Minecraft Live, Mr. Cheese? Yes. Wait, what are your thoughts on the new mobs? I think they're all good. I just think the Glare doesn't have much to offer compared to the other two. And I'm still gonna vote for LA because you should vote for the ones that you want in the game. All right, and they all seem to have some like pathfinding stuff, right? Because the LA, even though it looks like that, maybe it's gonna look more like the Vex. But I think the Vex itself doesn't even look that Minecrafty anymore. Like, I feel like the Vex needs to be redesigned in some way. Like, it just looks like a shorter player model. That's a ghost, right? It just looks like a ghost player model holding a sword and has wings, right? Because if the Vex is going to emulate something like the Vex, having wings and being small, right? I feel like the Vex should be like an evil distinction, right? Instead of like a different model entirely. Unless they're going for a thing with the lore, just like they're just different flying beings, right? But I feel like the Vex should change its texture because it doesn't look. I don't think the Vex ever looked like completely cool or completely in line with Minecraft's other textures, but we'll see. Let's see. Super Golem for the win. 1 hour 27 minutes. 1 your 7 minutes for me. Hour. I live in Trinidad. Oh, nice. How's the weather over there? Like, gosh darn. I know that was very awkward. What's your Discord? You remember anything? And I read wrong. It's 1 hour and 27 minutes. I don't have one. I don't know what you're talking about. What about Mr. Cheese? What, no? You don't remember? Mr. Cheese, crazy conversation time. I need to write a book around this story. Of course, yes. Tabby, what is your Discord? By the way, if you're asked for any of this, you don't have to give it. You don't have to give any information that you might don't want. Don't coerce people into giving it, by the way. What were we last time? I gotta go. The screaming sun is annoying. We were at Earth 2.0. My ears. We will see you all later. First I'll get Shadow Banded, now not even you remember me. What's next? I do remember you, Soul Survivor. But first off, hold on. A lot of people... like, if any mods ban anyone, it's like reported in the chat, right? It's reported in the mod chat, right? And I didn't see it reported. So a lot of times people just enter the Discord and leave immediately for some reason, right? So it could be that you're doing that and I don't even recognize it. I don't do any bans. Like, I literally there's only like one time I had to ban anyone, and that was because they were harassing me. So they still have the chance to come back, but I will not tolerate any bad behavior. That's all I'm gonna say. Shut up, screaming sun. Have a nice day. Okay, the chat just updated a lot. Okay, I am bad. Okay, we'll go back up to here. My ears are milking. Dang. Wear a headset. Bye. I wish ice caves were a thing. Yeah, I wish it too. Let's build a copper golem so it can turn into the sun. We need copper. Copper exists in Earth. A lot of smirks. To the toy rocket, I took with me some copper. We need copper buttons. Now we back. Look at Discord. Okay. I'm not gonna answer those anymore. Wait, what do we get in LA to get resources from the Earth? A full bag, I beg you. Put them on the sun, I could get them for you. What a great idea. Now I'm in LA. We need nailed packs. I have no block. Dang. I bought the hole. Hey, Nido Molu Lodi Saksharam. Duck you. Interesting words there. You know what? Let's pin that. That's great. Oh, hi, Kilo Vex. What the planets are crashing? Give us Earth, please. I am LA. Give us rocket. New rocket go. Hey, Biohazard, can I ask a question? Yes, you can. If you're still here. I'll come back in like 30 minutes. Bye. Okay. Fine, ignore me. Yes, I don't miss all the chats we had at all. Bye, Alan. So, yeah, I'm sorry to say this, but you can't just harass people. Or just try to coerce them to do something that is not a part of stuff, right? So I'm not gonna be here taking a lot of hate, taking a lot of attacks, and be like, well, you can stay here. But no, in order to have a better community, you have to be respectful to each other, right? And me not answering your like 20 or so calls does not mean that I don't respect you. I said I was gonna do it. Right? I just wasn't doing it right now. Right when I'm talking to the rest of chat, and right when we're having a stream focused on the snapshot, okay? I hope you understand that. Do LA collect item from loot chest, like stronghold chest and treasure? No, sorry, I don't miss 3 chats. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Yeah, they only collect items for the chest you placed, not from any chests. So is it dupe item? Not that either, bro. I'm confused. Stuff that dropped on the ground. Oh, thanks. You're welcome. Which means the alley was useless anyway, but it's cute. Alley is not useless. There's a reason why everyone's voting for it. Okay. You can imagine how hard it is to code the warden. Yeah, it's pretty hard, I think. First, imagine how wonky the Iron Golem is, right? Iron Golem moves wonky. How big, big entities move, right? Like the Hoglin wide entities. Like, there's a lot of things that they have to consider when making pathfinding algorithms and stuff like that, and also algorithms that help them direct where to attack you, right? In case they have different mechanics, right? And I feel like during Minecraft Live, we're going to see a lot of the things where they're going to be moving. Where we're going to see, I think we're going to see the Warden show up and teased for like the next couple snapshots or something like that, maybe. Maybe they'll use Minecraft Live to say, like, if you want to communicate with us more, do the snapshots and follow us on Twitter so that we can communicate with you directly and make sure that the feedback you receive is being considered in some way, right? Yeah, because I don't know how to code. Oh, me too. I'm no expert. If you dispense an item using a G dropper, using a dropper, it'll pick it up. I don't know which code is print. I don't know which code, which is print. Okay, yes, axolotls. Yeah, Warden. Yes, axolotls. Warden. No one voted for that. Cuter Frog. They're really good mobs, though. Really. I love tameable mobs. If I can add them all, I could if I could add them all. Because they're all tameable. Then go to a Copper Golem. Your choice, and I respect it. Oh, thanks. As long as you don't rig it, I respect you. As long as you don't rig it, yes. I'm Team LA. Team Copper Golem. Team Cooper Golem. I'm back. Team Fair Vote. Som. Hey, Blake Landry. What's going on? Oh, I forgot. I didn't see your first comment, but I did read it. Why LA? He's voting for Mr. Adam Cheese. I can't even take out his chest. It's cute. Okay though. If Copper Golem wins or LA, it's cute. Okay, it takes all I can get my vote. If you can pick up drop item by dropper, use a texture pack to change the Cooper Golem texture. But there is something called the inventory, so hoppers are useless. So you can transfer them from one item distance without a hopper all over the place. It can't pick up already stored items. Well, you have to make a system where it can pick it up, or have a system in place where you don't have to pick things up yourself manually, right? Yeah, you can say the same thing about Copper Golem. All this is click random buttons. Use water item transporters. Lol, I don't care. You can't change my vote. It used to make redstone clocks. It is going to be fun. I wouldn't like a Copper Golem to make Cooper Golem to make another Copper Golems. I don't actually mind if Copper Golem wins. It's getting real. Me too. Actually, if Ally wins, I'm just going to add a Cooper Golem mod. Well, that's the point of mods. You can add whatever you want. If you know how to. Or if you can pay people to do it. How have you not read the whole chat yet? There's so much text because we say stuff about time mob vote. I know, right? That's a cool idea, lagging. Anyway, if LA wins, I'm gonna add a Copper Golem mod, and the LA is good too. Yeah, gonna. Nice. And their statues are good decorations. True. I found something bad at allies. They despawn. Yo, I'm back. Hey, True Cat, what's going on? How are you doing? Welcome back. YouTube straight up shut down in my country for a while. Dang. Allies can despawn, see? Everything can despawn. I think the allies can, allies and, what is it called? The glaives could despawn, because I don't think they spawn normally in the world, and I don't think you can craft them. The only thing you can craft is Copper Golems. And anything that you can craft will stay spawn, because that's the same thing how it works with Iron Golems. The Iron Golems are persistent. Interesting. Hey, Boxface, welcome back. Is better. Still voting for LA. I'm still stuck between LA and a Copper Golem. I bet you're not going to use it. There's nothing you can do about it. I bet when the update is released, I did ask, did you use it? Cool. I'm just going to have a pet collection. Let me ask you this, right? Did you use a goat? You voted for the mountain biome, didn't you? I'm just gonna have it in the pet collection. But if you didn't use it, it's gonna pay $100 pay peckle. You know what? I'm part of Team Alley now. But it's not table, it's just gonna despawn. Why are you Team Alley now? It's just so cute and useful. And change the Cooper Golem texture into the Alley texture. That's a perfect solution. My dog Simon, my cat Peter, my axolotl Axie, my Gacy. Gas. Don't ask questions. My Golem Goalie and my Ali. It's not useful. It's gonna despawn. Well, you gotta put a name tag on it or make it persistent somehow. That's that's how every mob in Minecraft works. Uh, like in order to make cows persistent, you just have to lead them with fruit, with wheat, with food, right? So like, that's how it works. Like everything could despawn, like mobs, creepers, zombies, skeletons. You can put a name tag on them, and they won't despawn. You can give them armor, give them a weapon, or something like that, right? Everything despawns because it has to do with lag. You don't want a lot of these mobs staying forever unless you want them to stay forever. I can't go. Look. Okay, the chat just caught up a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Name tags are a thing. Why I need to download LA texture pack if LA will win. It won't despawn if you name it. Mr. Cheese, LAs can go through blocks. Even better. Ooh, cool. Still, they can't take chitons from chests. That's not how they work in general. They're even cooler now. I don't care. Dispense it with using a dropper. You can make it so like it has some timer and drop things from the chest, and LA will pick it. Mr. Cheese, you can't have it as a pet. It can go through blocks. I'm gonna lead it. I'm gonna lead it right through the blocks. Although you can already lead things through blocks. Even though we can't lead it, I'm gonna lead it anyway. I think the next update will probably be an update or an archaeology. If no one used the LA, pay me $20. Yeah, I forgot about archaeology. What if I don't agree? I think the next update was going to be the Spooky Scary Update, Part 2, because of all the new mods are creepy and ghosts. They're going to add ghosts, huh? They're going to add the Soul Update. Isn't Mojang Promise going to be released in 1.18? They lately said it's going to be added to 1.19. No, it's going to be LA Update. It's delayed past Part 2. Lady Agnes said that. What do you mean the LA Update? Are you dumb? Oof. Don't use fighting words like that. That's kind of rude. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, nice pin comment you got there. Yeah, that was a fun bit of comment. First time fighting the war now, I'm gonna immediately die lol. Same Lamau. It's fine if the LA wins, it's not fine if the Claire wins. LA, hey Iconic, welcome. Well, how are you doing? How are you doing on this fine morning? I mean, fine morning, it's almost 10. But yeah. LA, I'm gonna vote for LA. Imagine you can get every single mob head from Charge Creepers. I swear, if I see a cat head. Yeah, true sir cat. That is not gonna be fun for you. Okay. Let's get ourselves a spyglass. So, here's the dealio, guys. Here's the dealio. Vote for whoever you want. Vote for whoever you like. Don't discredit anybody else's vote. Please. These are all just ideas that they put out that we can vote on, right? It's a community thing. It's supposed to be fun. Don't be a sour lemon about everything, right? Any of these mobs getting in would be a fun little addition, although some of them, from their concepts, would seem a little bit more useful to more players, right? Like, the LA is definitely going to be, would be a good staking thing, a good mob for the technical community. The Claire is going to be a good mob for the casual community, and the Copper Golem is going to be good for more redstone community stuff. But yeah. I say technical. Technical encompasses everything, plus the redstone, right? Like, technical encompasses anything, adopting anything that that has any use in order to make farms and contraptions that are fun and useful, right? Redstone basically just means it's just redstone contraptions, stuff like that, right? Because technical, you can basically like adapt mob mechanics and stuff like that, and people in redstone may not want to be dealing with mob mechanics. But yeah, have fun voting. By the way, I did say, if you haven't heard it yet, I am voting for LA. If you don't follow my Twitter, you would. My Twitter is for mainly more opinionated stuff. About anything that I feel interested in talking about, and usually I just post it there, right? Usually my community posts are just updates on streams and updates on currently relevant topics that won't have much of my opinion inserted into it. So if you're looking for anything, you're looking for any information, I did say I was going to vote LA a few days ago on Twitter, and if you have to ask, if you want more up-to-date stuff, or if you want to contact me or do anything more. I am active mostly on Twitter because I can't really be bothered to check YouTube every single day. Especially since I have a lot of work to do behind the scenes. But, yeah. If you want to stay up to date, always just follow Twitter, get on Discord or something. I usually post stuff on Discord as well, if it pertains to Discord stuff, or announcing stuff that people might not be seeing on YouTube community posts. So, yeah. That is going to be it. I'm going to read the last bit of chats, and we're going to go with the outro. Okay. So, it's cold. How are you? It is cold as well. Like, these days have been like small. Is like been like under 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's just been raining every single day. There's apparently been a tornado warning in the Midwest, so it's just been like, not the greatest weather, not the greatest of conditions. So, I'm interested in see how you guys have been faring around here, because a lot of people may not live in the U.S. A lot of people do not live in the U.S. And a lot of people who live in the U.S. have different conditions because of how expansive the U.S. is. But yeah. Yeah, I can't wait. You're so excited. Hype. Does the 1.17, 1.88 update seem like super cursed to anyone? No, I don't know how you would say it's cursed. I'm not sure about that. Run likes and no dislikes. Nice. Yeah. Nice. Thank you for liking. I hit the spyglass for you. Hit the dab. Hit the whip. I'm not sure why that's so funny. I feel like my humor is just degraded sometimes. Just like random stuff. Just like, ooh, yeah, that's funny. That's funny, guys. Laugh with me. But yeah. Goal is 69 likes. That would be fun. Is Minecraft mob vote going to be on Minecraft's Twitter? It should be. That's how they did it every other year. I got homework. Oh god, I need a speedrun. So much homework. Dream sped run mucus. Florida is hot. Oof. I feel your box face. Every time I go to Thailand, which hasn't been a lot of times, but I have been there more times than a lot of you might have been. It's very humid and hot, and oh boy, like I spent every day in that country. Let me tell you, I can't live without air conditioning. Tornado warnings go brr. Trinidad is hot and ready, yeah. I live in Severidge. S-E, you mean Sweden. Sweden. Yes. Yeah. I do like the new updates. All our generation until we haven't seen before. Some fish that got hit, but they got a black eye golem as a squid. Yes. I think the updates we have going forward are going to be great. As long as the devs have time to polish it, to make it happen, to include it into the game nicely, right? To implement it with the community, it'll be great, right? Obviously, there's always going to be people disappointed that people didn't do more, or the community didn't give as much feedback before, because a lot of people do complain about these features, even though they didn't participate in any community stuff, didn't talk with any of the developers, didn't help at all in establishing what they wanted from the new features, even though they've been announced in the last Minecraft Live, right? Like, there's a lot of people that complain about it, even though they didn't do anything to help it become what it was when it released, right? Which is always an interesting thing to hear, to see, because it feels like if you really want them to be on it, you should probably be more interactive, right? You should probably care a little bit more than care at the end, right? Like, I'm not sure. But yeah. This is gonna be it. I'll see you in 12 or so minutes. Actually, I might start the stream at 10:10. That'll be fun. I kind of need to, like... I kind of need to take a bath. Last night was a really sweaty session, and doing some little bit of exercise and stuff like that. So I've only woken up from that, and I feel very gross. But yeah, we'll see you guys there. I'll edit the stream so that it'll be posted in 10:10, and we'll be right back. Right, I'll get something to eat as well. Right, I'll take a shower and we'll eat, and then we'll stream for a couple hours after that, probably until noon. Minecraft Live starts at... Actually, no. Minecraft Live starts at 10:20 with the pre-show, but it actually starts. The main event starts at like 11, and what we see past that is that we go to. It's probably going to be 3 hours after that, so probably at 2 is when everything will be wrapped up, right? So yeah, I think that's going to be it. We'll see you in 20 or so minutes. Have a good day, good night, good life. I shouldn't say that now. I'll see you in 20 minutes. Okay, bye. Discreetly close everything.